Alright guys, it's the Rooted Arborists again, Andy, Thomas, and Nick. Today we're going to talk a little more about some of our favorite saddle solutions for gear storage. We recently just launched 3 videos, each one of us talking about a specific piece of kit that we have on our saddles, so we're going to have a little more of a roundtable discussion about that. Any major highlight that you want to touch on that maybe we didn't cover in the reviews, but why you might prefer one product over the other?
We can jump right into why we love this. The Transporter by Rock Exotica. I think you should at least have 2 on your saddle. At least two. Maybe 4.
Is that your go-to for metal carrier?
Yeah, for saw storage. For some reason, I always go with the Transporter, and then for whatever reason, cable gear, the drills go on the Shembiner, and that goes without.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think it's because I connect my saw lanyard to the center ring on the tree motion.
You're weird.
Yeah, a little weird. So I think that's silly. But I also I'm cutting.
It's
I'm a
life-rated.
lefty, but it's a righty saw, so I'm comfortable cutting on either side of my body. I guess confident. But then for the drills, I'm always set up for the drill to be linked into here rather than on that center ring.
Right.
'Cause I'm setting myself up a little bit better.
So drill-wise, mean cabling, right?
Yeah, cable
So
stuff.
that surprises me because the Shembiner was made with saws in mind.
Yeah,
Just because it's so much easier to no-look stow. I don't think I've used a Rock Exotica to stow a saw.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, for me, saws for sure, Shembiner. It's got to be.
Yeah.
But for cabling, drills, excellent. I've seen some, I just ordered one, the newer DMM Wiregates, the XL, guys are actually putting their drill handle on it. So the whole drill sits in there. And I've even seen carpenters and some of the formers put these on their tool belts, the extra large versions.
That's cool.
So when we built my barn, I kept throwing my drill off the latch, so that's pretty slick. I wonder if you could fit a drill in there. My personal preference, as much as I like this, and I do have it on my saddle, so I'm not a homer on this, but I like the Wiregates. I think they're a little lower profile, the wired version, sorry. I've never really liked the locking ones as much. Not because it's not a good product, I just like how easy it is on and off. Now there's some drawbacks for sure, we touched on the videos. You get stuff stuck in there all the time, branches, your lanyard, things like that. But it's also pretty darn easy to go on and off. You just have one, screw you gotta undo, it's a flat.
That's true. This one has 4.
Yeah,
So
but we did lose one somehow, but we still have 3 points of contact, so it's still super safe.
Still pretty snug.
If one sneaks off on this, you're kind of screwed there. For tree motion, I think this thing is phenomenal because it fits. For other saddles, I mostly climb on a Tree Austria Pro. So even though I prefer the Wiregate, I climb with Rock Exotica Transporters. If you're familiar with the Tree Austria Pro, it's got larger gaps in between the webbing, the stitched webbing, like 1.5 inches wide. So we're looking at, what is that, 1/2 inch or so? About 1/2 inch, so there's a lot of side wobble possibilities in some of the saddles.
that's probably why I don't like it the most. But
Right.
I have these and they work great. Have you ever tried one?
Yeah, I got one on my
Okay.
my saddle that didn't make the cut this
Oh,
time.
your tree motions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, they were all originally predicated off the Petzl Care Tools, so we kind of always just refer to these all as Care Tool type products, but they have a large version, a small version. These are really great. They're easy on and off. They are an expendable part.
Yeah, they're
say.
lightweight.
They break. It doesn't weigh anything. It might weigh 1/2 ounce.
I guess that could be a pro.
Yeah, it's excellent that it doesn't weigh
Super
anything
lightweight.
and that they're cheap. I think this is like $12. So
It's a good way to figure out if you like that style
Yeah.
of tool, period.
yeah, I would say the Vault, really similar profile, at least twice the weight, maybe 3 times the weight. But, this gate breaks where this one doesn't. Even though it's a Wiregate, it still seems burlier. I've never broken a Wiregate. I've gone through tons of these when I used to climb on a Sequoia. I probably still spent less money buying 10 of these than instead of 2 of these. So I guess it depends what you're looking at. I just prefer the metal.
They're a little burlier, they can take a little bit more.
There's several other copycats of those. Singing Rock made some. There's a bunch.
Camp is actually
They have a new
makes
one? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a Wiregate one though as well.
Yeah, it's got like a weird
So-
side ramp. It looks pretty cool. I haven't tried one yet. I should. The one I'm most excited for is the new XL DMM.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it is vital to have gear storage beyond
Yeah.
just the soft loops itself. Like
Yeah, you need something
stuff,
rigid.
yeah. You need something to build a one-hand rack when you're in a stressful position. I know you touched on it before with the Shembiner out on a limb walk or something, trying to quick stow. It's a lot harder if you have to open the gate of your carabiner to throw it on a loop where
Well,
you can just
if you
hard
think
rack
about it, it wasn't even that long ago that we didn't even have these as options. So guys were just like clipping carabiners on their saddle wherever they would go. And, you know, one of the throwbacks was that we weren't using triple locking.
Yeah,
carabiners
so
all the
double's a
time,
lot
too.
easier for
Yeah.
sure.
So I mean, it was a little easier, but now it's like you can stow 2 or 3 of these, you know, 2 or 3 carabiners on each one of these,
Oh,
no
for
problem.
sure.
You know.
And you don't even need the fancy twisty techniques that these guys were talking about. Like, I still can't do it.
One-handed
Still
twist.
can't do it. But, you know, my muscle memory is not that bad.
It helps that
Hopefully
it's
you have
fixed.
strong enough thumbs.
Yeah.
Here's
It
a
helps that it's fixed.
out of commission lanyard. So if this is fixed on, off. Just
But I'm
depends
just
which
saying, I have an
orientation it
easy
is.
enough time pulling, you know, maybe I have super strong thumbs. You want to pretend to be a saddle? But just a quick
Yeah,
little
it's really
flip.
quick. It's really
Like,
quick,
that's-
Nick.
It's not.
Those super strong thumbs.
I don't know. Maybe they're just stronger
Shucking
than
all
they
the
are
clams in
coordinated. Beats
Boston.
me, but
I think with the transporter, I will say, I think the transporter is the smoothest one-hand wing because that little wing. Now I'm opposite of myself, but if it was down on my hip,
Gotta think of
that wing is pretty nice. The fact that this is locking, that's an advantage that this doesn't have unless you go up to the vault gate version. Price point though, if you're moving up from the Wiregate to the vault, what is it, $20 extra?
Yeah.
It's like $65 instead of $45. These are around $75, $80.
Yeah,
I think you
about
can
80.
buy them in a pack of 2 and save
For
maybe
like
$7 or $8 a
Oh
piece.
no, it's like I think you can buy them for $145 for a pack of 2. I don't.
I think it's a little cheaper than that. I think when you buy them in 2, they're like $65. It's a pretty darn good deal. I would say 2 is vital. If you're gonna have one, you might as well have 2. If the benefits are that, it's worth it. We don't have any problem buying a $500 or $600 saddle, but it's like when it comes to storing our gear and maximizing that saddle, we shy away too much as an industry. But yeah, all of them are great options. If you're just starting out and you want to be in like the $300 to $400 saddle range, Sequoias or Singing Rocks, or even some of the Weaver saddles are pretty good options, and these are great because they get you rolling. If you've already been doing it for a while and you just want a premium setup, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these. It's going to be really saddle dependent.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think so.
Even though I prefer this one, I have this on some of my saddles that don't accommodate this one as well, and vice versa. Ultimately though, this is the standalone king for saws, even though he sometimes still uses
Well,
that.
you know, I was thinking about it. I think it's because all of my sharp, deadly things are on my right side, which this is just where it landed when I first installed it. So the saw never really saw it. And then, for whatever reason, I don't consider a drill with a big auger bit deadly. So that's where that ended up. All
So
my
you're-
life support
Are
stuff's
you
on my right
stowing
side.
chainsaw on left hip most of the time?
Wait a second. No, I think I got that backwards. I stow chainsaw. Yeah, no, chainsaw's on my right side.
Okay, I was
all
gonna say,
life support's
you're
on
always
the
pulling
left.
over.
Yeah.
Same
And
with me.
then-
Life on the left.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the drill made the cut into the life support section. So
Oh,
room
okay.
that.
So
And
you,
then also rig lines and stuff. If I'm limb walking, like I talked about in the video, I'll keep that away from my chainsaw because it's one less thing to get caught on.
Yeah.
yeah, all are great. This is my favorite. I know that's their favorites, but let us know what your favorite is, and if you have any questions specifically about any of these products. The tech specs, the best place to go is their actual home manufacturer's website.
Yep.
So DMM Wells is where you're gonna go to find all the information on this. Everything is Imperial, so if you want to get it converted, simple Google translation. Rock Exotica's got great text sheets on their stuff. Pretty much everywhere has the Petzl stuff. But let us know, and then moving forward, any other gear suggestions that you want us to check out. I know you're really excited to dive in more saddle specifics.
Yeah.
He wants to start talking about the akimbo because it's his baby. But yeah, hit us up. We will do our best. If we don't already have it, which we probably do have it, then we'll see if we can get it and get a video out there for you guys. So welcome to our new channel. This again, I'm Andy, Nick, Thomas with Root Arborists, and we hope you enjoyed.